that said Memphis music history where it's safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Stump. We do this every Wednesday, 3 p.m. We have a local band, and we try to help promote all their music, the stuff they're doing in town. And, you know, next week we got the Everdean, so make sure you turn in for that. But today we got two good boys in the studio today. Heels. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest rock band in Memphis. How you guys doing?
Hello, everybody. How are you today? Welcome to another episode of Heels TV. This is my best friend, Brandon Whalen.
Howdy. It's my friend Josh McClain.
Yes, and we are here on another episode. With us this week is Rock Turner of local 98.1 The Max. He's a great local DJ. But first, we have to get through our local stuff. What we have to do, ladies and gentlemen, you know we start every episode. Brandon, what do we do usually?
Well, usually we start every episode of our current show, this show, with a brand new song. And Josh, why are we not doing that?
Well, we're not doing that because I left the guitar at home.
That's right.
So, I'm sorry. I know this is the third time this has happened, ladies and gentlemen. Our Patreon has gone to zero because of me. And I apologize for that. I want to let you guys know the upcoming Heel shows. April 12th, there's this new up-and-coming dude. Real sweetheart of a boy named Ben Nichols. Have you ever heard of him?
Might have heard of him once.
Man, that's good, Jeff. So, he's Ben Nichols and this other guy, Corey Brandon. They are just amazing. Well, we decided we're going to open up for them. And we're going to let them go after us. So we thought that was pretty cool. They're very nice to grace us with their presence that day. We forgot our literature moment. Literature moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important you never forget your reading, so I'm going to read the last chapter of Huckleberry Finn. Huckleberry Finn.
Out of here.
Oh, Miss Watson died months ago. For real? For real? Oh, all right. Well, all right.
I love how you take the
Let's get
first...
back. Enough of that, Brett, I get it. You don't be rude. Don't be rude. So our friend Jason over here is he's in a band called Native Blood. I like that name. Do you like that name?
I like it. It has a certain ring to it.
I know. It's got a certain ring to it. I heard you guys working on a new record.
We are, but this is not about us. This is
Oh,
not
okay.
about us.
Oh,
I love how you take the
How
first
often-
half of this to promote everybody else, and you kind of just squeeze you in there. But I like that. That's part of like what makes you guys so endearing in the scene right now is because it's not heels against the world. You kind of like the tide lifts all boats. You've done a really good job of making sure you bring everybody up with you.
We're very good lovers.
We're very consensual. It's very much
consensual giving lovers.
Giving lovers. It's what you have to be when you don't really play with other people very much. I come from a stand. I don't know if you know. Do you know anything about stand-up comedy, Jason?
Once in a blue.
Okay. Well, in the stand-up comedy world, it's you against everybody.
True.
And then you learn what cheap labor is really about. So as a band, we only play with comedians most of the time because I can feed them and pay them a living wage. I'm not paying a band a living wage.
There's two of them. That's too muscle.
It's too much. It's too much.
Well,
but we don't get to go out very much. Part of that's the thing is like we both work a lot. And we both have a lot of stuff to do, but we like being as supportive for everybody else as we can possibly be, even though we're probably not going to be able to make it out to your show because I work 7 days a week. And he's out writing jams.
Yeah.
Look at those glasses. You know how much work you have to do to get a pair of Mutant Love sunglasses?
What's Mutant Love?
Some good brothers of ours from Bryan, Texas. Yeah, Revolution Bar Cafe. Oh, man. Colin, Justin, and I feel bad I can't remember the other two dudes' names. Only because they don't talk to us on Facebook as much. I love them.
Well, you've been spending a lot of time in Texas. You guys just actually record your fourth album, The Long Con.
No.
This one, no. Wrong.
No.
Wrong.
Oh,
Come on, Brian.
What are you doing?
Oh.
I'm going to have 6 different names by the end of this one.
Oh, you're already up to 5.
Yeah.
This is the last record we recorded
Okay.
a couple years ago from Alyssa Moore at Move the Air Studios. All right. Called The Long Con. It's our first electric record.
Gotcha.
I brought these out just because they need to be seen. And the new one we just did with Toby and Pete over at American Studios called
Good people even do bad things.
Good People Even Do Bad Things, which is coming out. Big announcement, July 12th.
July 12th.
On Altercation Records.
Where's Altercation Records at?
Austin and New York.
Okay.
So it's really what you need. We're in the middle, and Austin and New York are like two heels of bread around us.
Solid boo.
Solid boo.
Solid boo.
Solid boo. It deserved it, but it still got the point across, didn't it?
Sure
Hold on, let me get Huck Finn. Back in
No.
free.
No.
Back in free.
No. I know it's American literature, but it's a little too American sometimes.
That's the next Jimmy Eat World record.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too American this time.
So why altercation? Why out in Texas?
We hooked up with this guy named Habersat a long time ago.
JT
And
Habersat.
JT Habersat, April 19th, High Tone Cafe. All right. We hooked up with him, and the whole punk scene there kind of like took us in. We played the Altercation Barbecue 4 years ago, something like that, 3 years ago, and like I don't want to say we stole the show, but all the bands like emptied and came and saw us, and they all wanted to play with us again, and it kind of started this full circle kind of thing. And like 3 years later, here we are.
That's awesome.
And we like the dudes. We like the guys who run the company are like take no shit and expect you to do your end.
We're going to try not to curse. We're going to try to be FCC, even though I don't know what the Facebook rules are. But yeah, treat it like we're on
They
air.
take no spit. They don't deal with any guff, but they're the best kind of supportive people. They expect you to do your end of the work, and but they'll back you up 110% of the way and get you places you haven't been before. And
These are the other bands.
This is the other bands and the guys who run the label. The guys who run the label of Altercation. Yes, please.
That's one of the things I think people forget. Like, be kind to the other bands that are on the
Oh
bill
man,
because
well,
they're
that's
the
the
ones
thing.
helping you out.
There's a band. What's those good brothers from upstate, from in Philadelphia? Riverside Odds. We met them this last year, and now I think we have a restraining order against them because we hang out too much. It's that level of brother camaraderie. That didn't go over as well as I thought it would, but it's not all going to be gold.
It's not. No. We don't expect it.
Jamie, sometimes when you're hosting, you just got to roll with whatever these idiots are saying over here. I don't know if you know anything about hosting a show or anything like that. I heard you have a podcast.
Well,
that
you're
went
on it
3
right now.
episodes?
You're on.
Three
Yeah,
whole episodes?
three
Whole episodes.
we had-
FCC shut that one down. Let me
Shut
tell
that
you.
down. More like someone else's better half.
But no, it's nice having somebody who believes in you. And those guys, the Altercation guys, have been talking to us for 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
Keeping up with us and what we're doing, and wait until it was really cool because they were like, "We don't really think you guys are ready yet." We're like, "Oh, well, that's being honest without being a jerk about it."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Toby and Pete were very similar when we were in there recording a new record. Where they're all like, "That doesn't work, Josh. That harmony is not there. Let's work on something that does." But that one you've been singing for 8 months, when you really listen to it, it's not going to work.
How do you take that kind of criticism? Right off the
It
bat?
was frustrating for about 10 minutes because but he was great at explaining. And you'd expect me to blow up for something like that, but it was great. It's like when you hear it on a PA, when you play it live, you just don't hear it a certain way. And when you hear it that close in the deal, and to Pete's credit, Pete was the one who said kibosh on it, and he goes, "Let's find one that does." And because I was taking up so much time doing it, I was just like, it's not worth working on at this juncture, that it's going to kill me. It wasn't something that made the whole song by any means.
Right,
so it was a matter of cutting your losses and just working on. But because I had that confidence of hitting what I could hit, we have 2 or 3 other spots that I did that ended up being amazing. And having to sing after this genius is not easy, dude.
No, it's not.
You know what it's like having to walk around with Ric Flair all the time, but if he was a good dad? Imagine if Ric Flair was a good dad.
Yeah.
What an amazing person he would actually be.
I don't think Charlotte would be in the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah. What do you think
that's
pushed
what
her
I'm
to
saying.
that edge?
Do you think? I was going to say some of us who do stand up have to be a little. I don't want to say you have to be damaged, but it sure motivates me.
Well, what are you going to write about?
Exactly.
What are you going to talk about?
You know what I mean? There's only room for one Jim Gaffigan, and he's got that level playing. He's got that playing because he's the only cool one. Everybody else is an Ingval or what have you. If you like it, that's fine. But no one accounts.
No one's going to hate on you for that.
No one's going to hate on you for that. It's not like it's a DC movie. Good Lord.
Well, that's cool, man. That's cool. Like I was about to say, because in addition to being in the band, you guys like are kind of the hats that both of you guys wear. Brendan, you primarily just sing like throughout. Like were you in Hombres before this?
Yes.
You were in Hombres.
Hombres before that, and then
What's the history arc?
Hit the
of
arc,
Brendan
buddy.
Whalen?
Yeah, I guess like it really like if we're looking at it like that, it was Brendan Whalen and the River Rats that Josh played in, with our friends Andrew Webster, Keith Pounds, Seth
That was
Hendricks,
like jam band stuff.
and then
it was pretty good.
Everybody starts with jam band before you start.
before you get
Well, I just wanted to
Before
play
you get
with it.
heavy,
It was something
yeah.
different. I'd been in metal
Yeah,
bands
it
my
was
whole
fun.
life, and it was like I could do this, I guess. You know, after Oracle and stuff.
right, and then we did Hombres, which was more hardcore, and then this, and I like this.
I
Yeah.
like this.
I like this a lot.
I like this.
Well, a lot of people like this. That's one thing.
That's kinda crazy.
What's funny was because like seeing you guys live was one of the first times I saw people just singing all the lyrics to your songs, and like that's a kind of a rarity,
Especially here
in a local scene.
in Memphis, especially until you're like Saliva and Lucero. I'm
Yeah.
not saying we're that level by
Who
any
got
means, but, like,
major record
but
label backing.
But that's the thing is, it ends up being like, and Dead Soldiers has it,
Yeah.
had it at one point. It's when it's an interesting crossover that people don't like to talk about. That like most of the time the repeated stuff and all that are when it's really well written.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'll kiss
Hey,
your
you're writing
butt.
hooks. You're
I'll
writing
kiss
hooks.
your, but
I'll
that's the
kiss your
thing
ass
is,
too.
but that's
Yeah.
the thing is like when you're writing avant-garde left field kind of stuff, the stuff when people go ape crap when your band plays, who is one of the best live bands you will ever see. Man, everybody give it up for Steve. Steve's band is really good. They really are. But the thing they go nuts over, but I guess it's all different to a certain degree with bands. What hooks with people? If it's a hook or if it's like people go nuts when you play guitar solos now, and I never thought that would be a thing. I've known you so long now. I was like, people are actually paying attention while he's soloing.
I'm
now.
telling you,
That's
guitars
so
are coming
cool.
back, man.
That is
Guitars
so
are coming
cool.
back.
No, it's not. Yeah, I mean, not us. We are not that band in any way.
Well, you
Man,
tried going electric. 'cause
we
you
were.
got-
Where were we in Austin when you let loose?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Brennan did this thing. What's the toggle? What's the switch?
Yeah, I don't even.
See, we don't even know what part of the
don't
guitar
know-
it is.
I don't know
It's like a
things
toggle
about
switch or
guitars.
something. Brennan hits this thing and he lifts his guitar, just goes ding, 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 while he hits a note, and it was the most insane guitar solo type thing, close to a solo I think we've ever had. To be perfectly honest, it was amazing.
I don't know how to play the guitar very well.
I don't know how to play drums very
The
well.
people don't sing solos. You know what I mean?
They
they're
whistle
gonna-
them.
True, but I
Yeah.
How often? No. Few people.
but I love your solos.
Well, that's not true. I guess people mimic when people sing, but the whole I guess I'm part of that old enough generation where I still guitar. Like I don't even like guitar solos, but I was at the bar the other night and someone was playing some Pantera, and without even realizing, I'm all like,
They're doing the taps,
I'm
the whole
sitting there
nine.
knowing exactly what Dimebag was playing. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, my man. My man.
Wrong kid died.
Yeah, you did eventually.
Wrong man, excuse me. Wrong band member died.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah. Well, we got
Can you imagine
some.
Phil Anselmo being remembered fondly because he died like 10, 15 years ago?
God.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but the way the internet works right now, they find.
Yeah,
They find it
yeah,
all.
but as long as you're not
Right.
touching people, the internet doesn't really care if you're dead. You know what I mean? You have to be touching people. There has to be some that level.
Yeah, you
got
got to be alive. If you're alive, we'll go back. If you're
Exactly.
dead,
Oh, yeah,
we'll go
yeah.
back.
You're
You
dead.
say that, but Michael Jackson, not a good test case.
Yeah, but it's because he was maybe touching people. That's my point.
Okay,
if
all right,
it's
all right.
just for other stuff,
Yeah.
no
All
one
right, all
cares.
right.
No one really cares. If you're touching people at any point, oh yeah, the dirt's coming out.
Yeah, Gary
Forensic
Glitter.
Files is way too
Gary
good.
Glitter.
They still play
Gary
it every
Glitter.
hockey game.
Every
they
hockey
still play it
game.
every hockey game.
Yeah.
I tried to get.
I don't think hockey fans got internet.
I
though.
didn't even know when we were when I was in Mrs. Fletcher when we would waste time while everybody was playing. Me and AJ would hey then we found out, and I remember having that conversation at practice of all like we can't play that anymore. I was like, why? Because the guy was, but they played at hockey games.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it okay,
But
dude.
in hockey, they fight on the ice right in front of like hundreds of thousands
Whatever,
of
dude, I
people.
watched
So
too
Some
I
people
watched-
throw marine life.
yeah,
You know.
I think it's better than what Europeans yell at people in soccer over.
if people could
That's
throw
true.
something, what marine life would they throw at you at your show?
oh, they would probably cans of tuna.
Cans of tuna?
I eat
We
a
are
lot.
we are we are,
Yeah,
we
a
are
lot
big
of
on
tuna.
the cheap white
Dude.
trash. Nobody would. I would be very mad if somebody had to throw marine life at us. I would hope it would be like kale. Is that a marine thing?
That is
That's not marine.
no. That's
What am
not
I
about as
thinking
much
of?
pesticides
Seaweed.
as-
I want
as-
seaweed.
Yeah.
If I got to.
No, I'd
I don't want
love
people
a-
killing people.
I'd love a well wrapped thing of sea bass,
Oh, that would be great.
so it doesn't get like dirty.
yeah, that
But
we
I
could
can
actually
tell
Oh,
eat
you want
later.
prepared food?
Oh yeah,
Throw
yeah. If you're gonna
prepared
do
food
that,
at
we're
us.
gonna do that.
Yeah, or
You're talking to two guys
prepare
that eat in the car on
Like,
tour.
I'll cook it.
You know what I mean? We save money hard. One thing we picked up from all our wrestling stuff is we are very cheap on the road, so we can pay for stuff when we get home.
What wrestling stuff are we talking about?
Carney, living like a carney, taking toilet paper when you can. You know what I mean? You see a couple rolls of toilet paper you can take with you, take it home.
Jar of pickles underneath the seat, man. Jar of
Yeah,
pickles
do
underneath
not
the seat.
eat fast food. Do not eat gas station stuff. We have a cooler that has pickles, string cheese. What else do you get? Fruits, veggies.
Yeah, grapes,
You know, grapes,
Yeah.
lemons for lemon water,
baby bells,
and pretzels. Past
and
that.
a club soda bottle full of tequila.
Yes.
That's smart. We were going down to Hattiesburg to do a show one time, and we stopped at a gas station.
What's
One of
the
the guys
name
we
of
were
your
with, Native Blood.
Native blood, everybody.
Get out
Okay.
here. Get out of here. We were stopping at a gas station. One of the guys got deep fried shrimp at a gas station, and I think he was cross-eyed by the end of the gig.
No, I'm not
That's a
saying.
ballsy move.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying don't roll the dice because the whole point of touring at our level, especially, it's not like any of us are making any money doing it. Is enjoying the road.
Yes.
If you don't enjoy the road, it becomes such a grind. You do not need to be touring anymore. You
But-
just don't. There's no point.
But don't get iodine poisoning.
No, don't get iodine poisoning, but pull the trigger when you can. We're in Austin after we played the barbecue, and that place it's like half an hour outside of Austin. It's down the street from our buddy's house. Just this red building with smoke coming out the top of it, where I saw they could get barbecue before they closed. To this day, the best brisket sandwich I've ever had in my life.
Any place that doesn't have a sign, you're gonna get some good barbecue right
man,
there.
Dude, you walk in, there's even weird stuff where you're like, you feel more comfortable. This is the 50s, but I bet the food's good.
We got more promotion. We got you guys just got back from Little Rock. You played over the weekend.
Yeah. Death Metal Dicks.
Yeah.
That was a great show. I got lifted up. My back got popped in 4 places. I don't have the heart to tell that guy he really messed me up.
well, Death Metal Dicks. I guess if it's a part of the podcast, then we could say that.
Yeah.
But
they're detectives. That's the point. They're detectives.
Yeah.
They're legit. That's the thing. Is like it's a podcast and a show that I highly recommend on YouTube. That has they do metal bands and true crime. They cover really heavy metal bands and then a true crime thing every episode. And the thing is, A, they're funny. B, Chris is a hell of a researcher. The guys had 7 pages of research to read at this live show where they talked about skinning people for an hour and a half.
To a live audience.
To a live audience.
With
a live
projector
audience with a
with
projector
pictures. It was a
with
lot of fun.
pictures. After we played, they had 2 stand-ups that opened the show that were great. It was an awesome show.
That's
really,
pretty-
it was genius.
That's
And
pretty slick.
It's Chris driving the boat with
Were they showing pictures of
Buddy.
like skinned people
Yeah,
behind
no,
them?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
pictures.
Oh,
Of,
yeah.
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 It was
nothing really.
fabulous.
I mean, grotesque isn't the word. Is it because it's heavily grotesque, but nothing you wouldn't have seen on the news when they show what they found, skin, stuff you Ed Gein sculptures and that kind
Yeah,
of
more
crap.
like a Mexican
When
newspaper.
we found out what a great
They don't mess around down in Mexico, man.
Yeah, no one ever gives Ed Gein credit for his crafting, like the stitching and stuff. When it comes to human skin, is not easy to stitch.
How'd
with,
you get to
dude.
Carnegie Hall?
Practice.
Practice. I'm sure they weren't taking pictures of his early work.
Right. Like, makes you wonder that old bit about was Jesus a good carpenter? If you know what I mean? Or was he just crap? I like the idea that Jesus was on the thing going, who made this cross? This isn't level. This isn't level at all.
Welcome to the last episode of
What?
Stump. I'm just playing.
This is Heels TV. This is what happens. John Cochran over here doesn't get any flame.
Yeah, well, that's not true. How you doing on the wagon? Our man right here quit smoking yesterday.
2 days ago. Yeah.
You know the best part about quitting smoking, right?
Picking it back up again.
Picking it back up. You know the best
100%.
part about smoking?
What?
Is all the adulation you get again when you quit. You go, boy. You're
So
doing
I'm not telling
it.
anybody but you. I didn't want to post it or anything. I was like, well, because my whole thing was like, when you've been gone 30 days, when it's been a month,
Yeah.
then maybe you could say something. When it's been legit a month, then if you need some adulation, because that's the point where you really genuinely need it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
Well, that's why
that's
we're going
the
to give you a
hook
chip.
back in. Yeah,
We'll-
exactly.
We'll
You're
give
right.
you a chip, and you
Wouldn't
can
it be
cash it
great?
in. You can cash it in with us for a free pack of cigarettes
I want to
later.
write a sketch where a dude goes to an AA meeting just because he's not trying to quit smoking.
I think Dave Chappelle already did
Yeah, I was
that.
about to say,
Is
that's
that
not
right?
fake.
Is that been done? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Just
there
Bob
you go.
Saget pops
There
up
you
behind
go.
a bush.
Yep.
See the movie, you'll know the rest.
Right. We're old.
So, all right. So, what's the release date for this album again?
July 12th.
July 12th.
Yeah.
Any meaning behind that? You got a regular release show or
Just-
something like
yeah,
that for
we-
that?
Oh yeah, we actually have one we can't release a whole bunch of stuff on, but at the
Okay.
High Tone we're doing an hour and a half. A tribute to Heels by Heels. Oh yeah. Evening with.
Do you guys pose in front of the nude in front of the mirror every night?
On tour.
I don't know about
On tour.
I don't know about him.
It's by mirror. You need another man.
Each other, yeah. I mean, come on, it's more manly that way. I mean, come on, dude.
We send each other the pictures we send our wives first, just so we feel it. You got it, bro.
You got it, bro. She won't laugh as much at this one.
It's looking thick, bro. It's
There,
looking thick.
there you go. There you
go.
You trim up, bro. Trim up before you send that pic.
All right. So we're gonna have a record release show July 12th.
Yes. I also want to remind people while I have him before he ends this show, Memphis Comedy Fest is
Yes.
this weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Memphis Comedy Fest. A lot of people have worked very, very hard to do it. So at is it TheaterWorks, right?
TheaterWorks and
TheaterWorks
High Tone.
And the High Tone this year. We're down to 2 places to make it way easier to go to memphiscomedyfestival.com. Check it out. We have a bunch of great headliners this year, which if I was smart enough, I wrote a lot of stuff down, but not the headliners because I'm not on it. So, but don't be afraid it's Sunday. All right, I'm vain.
Are you doing the? Are you hosting any of them?
Me and Kyle are. Kyle Kortzmeyer and I are.
Kortz-
It's the last year both of us will be hosting. Find out more Sunday night at the Midtown Crossing Grill. Not either one of the 2 places we said it was going to be.
Have I been blocking Dave's shirt this whole time?
Oh yeah, we got Dave
Oh yeah,
Chappelle.
Dave. You said Dave
huge
Chappelle? That's not Dave Chappelle.
Uncanny.
Dave Grohl is a huge Heels fan. He likes barbecue and he likes Heels. That's his name of his next book.
Where can all these people get your shirts?
Uh,
Ideally at a live show, but
and
yes.
ideally at any. What live show? You mean we're opening up for Ben Nichols or Corey Brandon April 12th or Oakley Dokley April 27th, which is pretty rad.
O'Killy
Oakley Dokley.
Dokilly.
You've seen Oakley Dokley.
Well, it's not. No, it's O'Killy Dokilly.
whatever. It's
All right.
Oakley
All right. Telling you your own show. I'm gonna shut up now.
Hardcore band, the Simpsons and whatnot. They're playing the High Tone too. It should be pretty rad. But Memphis Comedy Fest. Come support Memphis Comedy. It'll be really, really good, fun times. Come to the 420 shows. I'll be providing the food for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have barbecue aprons and CDs.
Oh, let's get a close up of these.
Wah, wah.
Hold on. I want
That's an apron.
Yeah.
I'm a cook.
Look at this.
High Tone Kitchen. Check it out. Doug, when's the next time your band's playing?
I think 420 Fest at the High Tone.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you're opening for Lil White?
You were opening
I
for
will
Little White.
That's pretty awesome.
Dude, I can't wait.
I'll be in Nashville that night with JT and Chad Ryden and Kristen Lighty, but that'll be awesome, man.
Yeah, that should be a good
I'm
time.
really excited that y'all are playing because I just looked at Lil White and I was like, I'm there. But I will definitely.
I remember seeing him for the first time and was like, who's the guy with the neck tattoo? He's like, oh, Lil White, man. And he was
Dude.
playing down at 901 Fest. It was like 2-3 years ago when they were still doing it on the river. I think
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's the best.
Yeah,
I
he's
met
actually a
him
really nice
backstage
dude.
at
I've
an
met him a bunch
ICP
of
show
times.
and he was the nicest fellow.
At ICP?
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Also, so July 12th, release, don't forget it. July 12th, Altercation Records, Heels. There is a rumor that we may be playing with a full band that night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everybody's dream come true may happen once.
Because they are a 2-piece, by the way.
Check out more.
Because if you want like a full band, it's hard enough getting 3 guys in the room.
Dude, man,
for one purpose.
For one thing, yeah. It's pretty easy for the two of us. Nathan Parton.
We still cancel a lot of practices.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
You ain't kidding. Nathan Parton did the album work for the new one, and it's really cool and original, and the graphic will come up right now. There's the graphic for that.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, 'cause we got a budget for video editing.
Make sure you check out other Altercation bands. Split Seconds, Riverside Odds, Sabbath Crow. That band is dude.
Who's Sabbath Crow?
Man.
Oh man, this 3-piece guitar. Imagine if ZZ Top and Rob Zombie became together. Like one of the most proficient guitar players I've ever seen in my life. Like I think that's the reason you soloed the next day because this guy's whole set is playing riff, but it's not like kind of riffs. Like it's chugga serious stuff.
Like Talented Power Man 5000?
Yes. Similar.
No,
But
no. I
more-
mean more like
more-
white trash, white zombie. You know what I mean? But like ZZ Top guy can play like they
Like
can
white,
all. That's
white
the thing
Zombie squared?
they
Is
can
that what you're
all
saying? Is
play.
that what you're telling me?
Well, by white trash I mean Southern, not
Lighter
like,
zombie.
not me kind of white trash. Anyway, they're really good. But yeah, July 12th. Check it out. Heels HXC. Follow us on the social medias. And
Where can they get their album? Where can they stream it?
It'll be out July 12th on
Amazon,
iTunes, Spotify, wherever you
Across
can get
the boards.
stuff. Our other records are currently all on those services
Bandcamp.
as well.
Give us actual money on Bandcamp.
Yeah,
that'd be
Bandcamp.
really
Yeah.
cool.
Heelsmemphis.bandcamp.com.
A little bit. Why am I putting the thing over there? A little bit of money, and Amazon gives us even a
'Cause
tiny
both-
bit more.
Yeah, because both these guys are working full-time jobs.
Yeah, I work legitimately 7 days a week in a kitchen. High Tone Kitchen, come check it out. New specials every week. This guy
I'm an office
helps
fella.
keep people from houses burning down. He does. That's what I tell people.
You're a fireman?
I'm a fireman.
He is. Means he's half an arsonist.
No, I think that's stealing valor.
Really?
I'm
Did that-
sorry. I'm not a fireman.
I don't want this fire department on like.
Yeah. But he doesn't sell faulty ones, so he helps save lives.
There you go.
Did you hear that the thing like 1 in every 6 firemen might be an arsonist or something?
No, I did not hear that.
Yeah. I
Yeah?
don't like believing that, but it makes a lot of sense when you do the math.
I'm just saying if you got a talent.
Well, just like 1 in every 6 male musicians has got an anger problem. I'm saying that's pretty safe. That's a pretty safe bet.
Well, what happens when you're a comic and you're in a band?
I don't want to answer that question.
All right.
What if
fair
you're a
enough.
comic and in a band and a cook? Like that seems like I'm just trying to
So
be
basically,
angry
he's
all the time.
he's just trying to keep you from burning places
Yeah,
down.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
when you're all of those things, you have to find a quiet alcoholic to play in a band. And then together, you can accomplish
You
anything.
of all people realize the size of hole that I have inside of me. I know you have one. It's beautiful too.
You say that, but you know what? I'm gonna like make now. I'm gonna make you really squirm. You're actually kind of one of the kindest people that I've met in the scene.
I work really hard to be like that because I know how easy it would be for me to slip into that hole and be a bad person. Like I remember my dad watching an episode of Law and Order once, and he goes, "You know, son, for years I thought you were meant to be a lawyer." He goes, "You can talk better than anybody. You care about helping other people. Now I realize you probably would have been the evilest lawyer that would have ever walked the face of the earth because you just slipped into the dark side." And I think about that almost every day about not just what's the point of being a jerk. I'm rough around the edges enough as it is. So
Well, even that will
what's
rub
the point
people
of
the wrong
being-
way sometimes.
What-
But you got to
100%.
But you sandwich it. You bring a compliment.
Yeah.
You give them the real you, and then you do like, but you're doing a great job.
And I mean
Yeah.
it. I mean all three of them.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a little rough with it, but I mean it when I say that set was actually really good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would not have told you.
Well, I'll say the love that you guys get from everybody in the scene and everywhere you guys go wouldn't happen if you guys weren't good guys.
Isn't what they say? The love you take is equal to the love you make. Is that what that weird vegan said? Okay.
A vegan said something worthwhile?
Oh, well, I mean, Paul McCartney has been known to have moments. All I know is he played with Dave Grohl for a minute, and Dave Grohl is a huge Heels fan. So
Huge Heels
back to
fan.
it, guys. Sound City should have been about us.
But he'll
it's
never
about
make a
great
guest
studio.
spot because he ain't taking those skins from you.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't know, man. That'd be... You had to put a gun to my head and say Dave Grohl's coming to play drums on a new Heels record. I'm like, well, I would like it
Well,
done
looks
in
like I'm
one
playing a
take.
tambourine.
Looks like I'm playing bass. I'll take a hit on my bass lessons.
That's awesome.
But yeah, man. Things are nice. Oh,
Yeah.
419, J.T. Habersack, Kristen Leidy, and Bluff
Very
City,
funny comics.
Bluff City Improv is opening.
JT
the show.
Haberstad. I mean, he does. He does his.
He's not watching this.
No.
He signs
You might
terrible
want later.
bands.
But no, he's all over the place. I mean, that guy does like an interview podcast, the On the Road podcast as well.
Yeah.
He interviews guys of all the
Stan
music
Hope and
scene.
all those
Stan
dudes,
Hope.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the soup you guys swim in is definitely entertaining at best.
It's definitely the best part of the soup we swim in is it's cliche as hell at this point, but the DIY act of the ethic with all the people that we're tight with is all like pretty much anybody who we're really tight with who we do a lot of stuff with usually have to do everything themselves, and there's a level of understanding with that of all like we're not going to be rock stars. You have to do all this yourself.
Yeah, but I mean,
you
well,
know?
that's half the fun of it. Is,
Yeah, well,
is really
100%. I'm
coming
not
up
saying
with
it's not,
ideas
but
and-
like it's the people that just want to sit around waiting on handouts and someone for them to discover us that I really don't have time for.
Well, I don't think that exists anymore.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, there's
nobody's
really
out
nobody
there
like
to
that
give you-
anymore.
yeah.
Nobody cares. Yeah,
No.
nobody
No,
cares.
the last time that happened to anybody, it was like Pete Yorn.
we do that.
Pete Yorn.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that
Shouts
name
out
in
to
a
Pete
minute.
Yorn.
Yeah.
Is that the guy with the quasi high voice?
No,
he's a long hair.
He's
Jesus
really,
looking guy.
really good.
Oh yeah, he's good, but he's not
Long-haired
good
Jesus
enough.
looking fella.
He's not good enough.
He's good enough for me.
I'll see him
I'll
playing
get
like a
that.
Lafayette's or something
See,
like
that's
that
the thing
coming
is
to town.
I've seen him to only a couple people too many times where I was like, it's not good enough to impress me.
I feel like Pete Yorn and like what was it, Corey Smith have Eiffel Towered somebody together. It's just I don't know. They're like,
Oh, that's a mental image I'll never get out of
they're
my
like
head.
two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, some poor dude.
some poor dude.
Some poor dude. They're traveling. They're trying something. They're both depressed on the road, trying something different. Maybe this will work to cheer us up and get us a good
You never
show.
know. They're probably
It's like a
kissing
sad
cousins.
Eiffel Tower.
I'm sorry, Pete. I never meant to bring you into
We
this.
love you.
Love you, Pete.
Living on a chain, man.
man.
Living on a chain.
Man. Oh.
I'd say what else is going on, but man, we can. Oh, by the way, we didn't talk about the name Heels because like, I'll let you guys explain it if you haven't heard the term Heels.
It's a couple different things. Mainly, it's came from a wrestling reference to bad guys, and it gave us an excuse to where like originally we were like this folk punk duo who kind of like kayfabed all the time that we were just kind of pricks, and we could just be rude to everybody and talk all kinds of smack because we were the bad guys and all that kind of stuff.
The bad guys you cheer
It's a lot
for.
of fun. That was the idea. You
Yeah.
know, be the bad guys you want to hang out with. Kind of.
Are you
thing.
still doing wrestling announcing?
Oh no. Oh,
No?
no, long ago and far away. Man, that's a
Went
whole
poorly.
That's a whole other thing, man.
That's when I first get to know you. I
That's
saw
a great story for
It's
after
a
this,
really,
though.
really great story for off camera. There.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
The best stories in life you can't tell because they usually involve somebody else that you don't really want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Or you just there's certain
Right.
areas of the town you still like walking in.
Well, that's the thing is I respect the business enough where I'm not going to tell any story on air that's gonna hurt the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
That's if that tells you the level of kayfabe we're willing to do for wrestling. But neither one of them, like he's the wrestling fanatic. I'm a fan, but he's the guy who's wearing the Kenny Omega shirt and can actually tell you who's going to be on WrestleMania. Where I could kind of care less.
Staying up till
I'm
like
gonna
3 in the
watch.
morning to watch the Japanese ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I,
No,
I,
he wakes up at 2 in the morning.
once a month I do the whatever the big special is and watch it, and then at 7 a.m. my wife wakes up and I'm trashed, shirtless in the backyard while the sun's coming up
On a
like,
Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like 9-0 got the Intercontinental title back. And
Those
she's like,
waking
"Go
up to a whole
work."
bunch of texts. We have a rule: if I'm asleep and he's doing that, just to text away. I just like I'm commentating because I'll be asleep. I won't hear it. I'll turn my vibrator off. I know. And
But he has
every
someone
now
to
and
talk to.
Every now and then, when he doesn't really do it because he doesn't like. One of the cool parts about Brendan is he's not big on he's not like me where he has to be He doesn't have to do it with somebody. He can sit there quietly by himself and just enjoy all of it. Where I have to get in a wrestling group and start a thread so we can talk about it while it's going on, all that kind of garbage.
It's like old school
I'm a
Twitter,
poor
just
white-
texting someone.
Yeah, I'm just a poor
no
white
response.
trash kid who never thought he'd have a computer in his hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll never get over that. But I'll wake up every now and then when he's good and drunk. Wake up to about 15 or 20 messages of just the updates of everything. I was like, this is better than anything I'll read from anywhere else. It's the best.
That's pretty slick. How do you feel about Ronda Rousey in the main card?
I
like
think everybody gives her a lot more crap than she deserves. I think she's been doing good.
Really?
She's improved a whole lot. I of course want to see Becky Lynch take the titles, but no, Ronda. I like Ronda a lot.
I like Ronda
and
a lot.
definitely like her match at WrestleMania last year, teaming with Kurt Angle, because I was there and got to see it live, and it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Was that in Texas last
No,
year?
that was in New
Atlanta?
Orleans.
Oh, it was in New Orleans.
Yeah,
okay.
me and my little sister drove.
I respect anybody that
Great.
fought for real and
Yeah,
then now
no,
wants to get
absolutely.
paid. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
I
100%.
respect
She
that.
deserves it.
Yeah.
She deserves. That being said, I can't wait to see an Annie Vexer lose or a Sandy Hook truther get just beaten in front of millions of people.
Oh, one of them is a Sandy.
Ronda Rousey is. Oh yeah, buddy.
She's a Sandy Hook truther.
Oh, yeah.
What is this? How come?
Yeah, dude.
How come she didn't get ostracized
They
with?
pushed it down. She did big time.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, she heard a significant portion of her. Well, she pissed off all her woke fan base. Let's put it that way.
Gotcha.
There's
Let's
still
say
plenty
her
of
and
fan
Alex
base to go
Jones
around.
hanging out.
As the president will show you, there's still plenty of fan base to go around
Yeah.
once you take people who've read something out of the network.
Sometimes you got to say something crazy just to shake things up.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
Chemtrails are real.
If that was the case, you see Warren Buffett in a beekeeper's
Hey,
outfit running around. You know.
Jet fuel can't melt my heart. Is all I'm saying.
They are definitely not real.
That's awesome. That's
but
awesome.
Alex Jones is sadly.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I can't. I'm so surprised.
I forget.
Yeah.
Not just hanging with the bros.
I think I'm just disappointed I never found out he was no, of course it's all BS. I wanted him to end up being like Phil Hendry.
Yeah.
Or something where it was just
Who's
all
Phil
a
Hendry?
character. Phil Hendry's is, only this world famous radio guy. No reason you need to know who that guy, a guy who built characters on radio for years. No big deal or anything.
I'm not.
He was on NPR in California.
It was NPR California. Okay.
He's been on a million radio stations, to be fair, but he was a guy who created a bunch of characters and stuff, and people believed it was all real. For
Okay,
a very
like
long
War of
time.
the Worlds?
War of the Worlds kind of
Okay.
an thing. I always thought Alex Jones for sure may have started off like a real thing, but he was all okay, this is ballooned and just cartoon, so we're just gonna. I always thought he was the other side of Stephen Colbert.
Okay.
For real, I was one day he's just gonna be it's gonna hit a line and he's gonna have to be oh, dude, sorry, I'm gonna quit.
Yeah.
Fine, and you're gonna find out he's hilarious and actually a decent person. No, not so
Didn't
much.
happen, huh?
Not so much. Joe Rogan proved that.
Having Alex Jones
Man,
on.
woof.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to fight the interdimensional pedophile.
But you know what?
I'm not arguing that fact, but that's what Grant Morrison is for.
You got to wait till everybody you show up in court, and that's when everybody's like, "Okay, I was just playing.
just
I want to
playing.
keep. I want to keep half my money as in this divorce."
Have you watched the deposition video?
Oh,
I haven't.
4 hours.
That's a
and
whole
it
other
is-
conversation off camera.
Oh,
Fair
it is-
enough.
It is wild.
He watched
You're just
every second of
You're
it.
just getting grilled by this lawyer. It's beautiful. It's just fantastic.
It is a thing of beauty.
You really got to watch it.
All right.
Clips are great.
I'll put that. I'll put that
It's
on
no
the
new
Queen
Joker trailer, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
or the Q.
No, I definitely
Q,
had,
Q, there you
I
go.
definitely
Queen,
threw it up on the iPod while I was sitting in my backyard the other night. Just I can't get enough of it.
It's always fun watching a train wreck every once
Yeah,
in a while.
100%. As long as there's a thing you find on the road where when you see a wreck, you want to see as much destruction as possible, but I don't want anybody hurt.
Absolutely.
I want to see 4 cars in 20 pieces, and it'd be that dude got up and walked
And they're
out
just-
of that,
and they're just
man.
high-fiving each other.
Can you believe we survived that? I want to see maximum destruction with minimal human. People who want to see blood and guts, there's a whole other weirdest psycho level of sociopath type stuff.
See
But
4chan
anytime we
for more
pass
details.
But
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
payment for I want payment for
We
the
got
amount of
live
traffic
break
we've
for
been
that.
sitting
We
in.
don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Live.
We've been in traffic for an hour and a half sitting still. I want payment for that.
Yeah.
I want
It better
something
be
for
someone.
my time.
Oh,
I
I've
wanna
said
see
it under my
blood,
breath.
But I want mangled destruction. I want a cop car to be that went to go help. That where everybody's safe. I want it destroyed too.
We're doing the first responders luncheon.
Yeah, I don't want
2
to
weeks.
police people. Don't get me wrong. I don't want any of them to hurt. I just want more destruction.
As
If it
you
means
know,
I get
our-
a bright blue light.
It's the name heals, ladies and gentlemen.
As you know, our
West
podcast
Tennessee
listeners are
trade print.
85%.
West Tennessee Trade and Print. Get your T-shirts and stuff made there.
There you go.
Anybody else I
There
can
you go.
throw?
Yeah, who else could we throw,
Under the
throw some
bus.
love to? Yeah, everybody's like, why'd you mention us? Why'd you mention us? The Yelp reviews are not are hurting us.
Well, Charlie, this has been a really great episode of
Have
TV.
us any time, Jeff. Part 2.
Man, I really appreciate it. It's
Yeah.
Josh. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Heels. Josh McClain, Brendan Whalen from Heels. You see them? It's the 19th? It was April 19th.
no, April. Well, all right, April 12th.
April 12th.
Ben Nichols,
sorry.
Corey Brandon. April 19th, JT Haversack. It's a whole other thing. April 27th, we're opening for Oakley Doakley, but the most important date is July 12th.
Album.
Tell your mom and tell your parents. They might like it.
And follow them on social media. You can get more details because they don't want to tell us about that because it's
Heels
super,
HXC.
super secret stuff. But
Heels
guys,
HXC.
love you. Thanks for coming in here and talking with us,
We
man.
love you too,
Yeah.
James.
Love you very
It is
much.
fucking so awesome, and I last the very end.
Your
and I
beard's
slipped
so
one out.
even.
Your beard really is amazing. Like
so
we actually, it comes up. You'd be surprised how often. It
Only
comes up in
men
conversation.
compliment men beards. Women are just
Well,
usually
good,
like,
because
should.
most women don't
They
like
should.
beards.
It's
Probably.
true.
They like that we don't have double chins, but they don't like having to feel any of it.
you gotta hide it somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
The 100 push-ups and like 30 seconds of planking I'm doing a day is not cutting
Yeah,
it.
there's a 454 under there.
Man,
Can't see it.
can't
Don't
see it.
exist.
Doesn't matter.
Don't exist.
Doesn't matter.
Follow them on social media. Again, next week we're gonna have the Everdeens in here on the Stump.
Nice.
Love you. Thanks for joining us.
Bye. That was a